Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil.
I'm Julie. Let's sip with some ostriches.
Might not look like much behind us, but that is an ostrich pen, and hopefully some of them come wandering over. I think it's feeding time.
Yeah.
But it's time for us to sip some whiskey, which is why we're here on 5 Sip Friday. Mexico, 20-ish miles that way. San Diego, 40-ish miles that way. We're on top of a mountain here in Boulevard, California, ready to sip this sample from our friend Tom in Tucson.
Hey, thanks, Tom.
Well, if it's your first time joining us for 5 Sip Friday, we nose the glass, take 5 sips, try and figure out what the heck we're drinking, say whether or not we like it, and ultimately it's revealed. And we like to do that in pretty places. This might not be the prettiest place, but if the ostriches come and hang out,
Worth it.
totally worth it. Let's get on to the nose.
Saying that, it's really quite beautiful here and in that direction.
Not here so much.
But this is an ostrich pen.
Fruity and leathery.
It smells like a single malt to me.
Yeah, this does not smell like something from America at first blush.
There's just something about that undertone that just screams this is going to be something like a single malt.
I'll say I don't think this is smoked, whatever
No.
it is, but it does strike me as having a peat presence and being, I would say, Scotch on first blush.
And I'm thinking single malt, and it's just got something about that funk.
Yeah. I like the leather note on here. Let's start the weekend.
Cheers, everybody. Little appley note there. Baby proof. Nice lingering flavor here. Do you know what it is? You're smiling. Oh no.
I'm smiling because I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
I actually took kind of a big sip on sip one there, rolled it around forever. There's proof there. There's a little spice, leather, honey.
Honey. I was gonna say honey.
The fruit it is apple, but it's like a red apple. Oh, wow.
It's
Wow, this is
still
great.
there. That tobacco note is just like stuck to the roof of my mouth. I've quite enjoyed that first sip.
Yeah, very tasty. The honey is prevailing for me above all else. Wow, what a nice little sip this is. Sip two.
I have a guess.
Really?
It's
You want to
got-
make it a 2-sip Saturday?
No, but I do this to myself. I'm gonna say this. I know where he's from. It feels like a single malt. My mind immediately goes a direction.
I know where you think you're going.
Am I gonna go something local? Like I always feel like people want to share what their local distilleries are. And we just sipped this the other day.
I mean, it's a possibility. Wow, is this good?
I like it.
This is great. There's a spice on the back end of this thing that makes me think there's more proof here than
Letting on.
Yeah, on the nose, touch of the iodine. So you're thinking, okay, if it's going to have some sort of, maybe it's going to have a little off-putting flavor or something. Not at all. Just tons of goodness right here. I didn't really give any tasting notes. The only new thing that showed up there is a little bit of light brown sugar.
Sip three.
Yes, please.
Whatever this is, if it's smoked, it's just a touch.
I think that you might be onto something with the smoke. There's definitely a seaside presence, I think, which takes us away from that Tucson-centric, middle of the Sonoran desert sort of idea, in my opinion. Sip number 4.
Yeah. I already know that no matter how this drink changes, I'm gonna pull a you, and you guessed something in your head right away and you're gonna go with it. And I already feel like I'm gonna guess what I'm thinking of, but
We've done that to each other a couple times
yeah,
this year.
it's always a mistake.
Yeah,
Learn from your mistakes, people. We're not.
we never will. I don't really have anything new to add here, but I will say it's delightful. My mouth is watering. It's coating like crazy. Really nice whiskey, this.
I got a little orange zest on this one.
Okay,
That's
I could see that.
That's the only new note that I have to offer.
There is a touch of citrus that is nice with that honey note.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Interesting. Wow, power of suggestion. See, there you go. She's dragging me down that rabbit hole. Last sip.
I don't know if you can see them, but there are 2 ostriches just like laying down by the tree. Maybe Phil needs to move.
I'm in the way of the ostriches. We'll post some B-roll and photos. We've had plenty of them, and even Mavis has met them. So definitely, there's some ostrich footage coming, or maybe we're showing it right now. I don't know. Sip number 5. Here we go.
Yeah, I am getting a little lemon on this one. There is a citrusy note to this. The notes haven't changed. That honey,
Tobacco's
that tobacco.
showing up. You're
yeah.
right. Yeah, and I like the leathery note. That's been here the entire time. Nice backbone of leather there, like a strong amount of it. This is the most I've ever sipped on a 5
I
sip,
know,
I
look at all
believe.
that I have left.
It's so good, I didn't want to stop drinking it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great great sample. Tom, thank you so much for sending it to us. This is beautiful whiskey. I enjoyed it very much. Let's say that first. Did you like it?
I did. I enjoyed it from the first sip. I think that whether you like, I don't know, I'm going to guess it's a single malt. I think it's really enjoyable for all levels of drinking.
Yeah, and let's make one thing clear. This is not bourbon. This is
No.
not rye.
Well, if it is,
if it is, wow.
Shut it down.
Somebody's doing some very interesting things with their whiskey, but
Yeah.
very much enjoyed it. And now it's time to get on with our guesses.
So I'm going to go with Whiskey Del Bach. I think it's Frontera. I know that it's just lightly mesquite smoked, so that fits the profile. I think that it's lower proof than what I'm going to guess, but I think it's like around 97 proof, which I don't think the Frontera is, but it's very reminiscent of that.
It's in that neighborhood. I think Frontera is about 97 proof. If you don't know, Frontera is Oloroso sherry cask finished, I believe,
Right.
and this latest release of it, they put about 1% of the malt in there is their mesquite smoked. So you're right. If there's a hint of smoke, that is a real hint of smoke. But that's a delightful whiskey. Really enjoyed that. I don't think that this is an American whiskey. I think that this is going to be a Scotch. I don't know where it comes from. I don't think, if there's smoke, it's gentle. So immediately
Campbelltown.
I'm thinking Campbellton. I'm thinking maybe an unsmoked Isla like a Bruichladdich. Something like that. Whatever this is, I don't think we've tried it before. I think it's delightful. I think it's a little higher proof. I would say like 110 proof. It's probably high for a Scotch whiskey, but it tastes like it's got some age on it. It tastes like it's got some proof on it. It's delicious. And what else am I missing? Do I need to say anything else about it? I got proof.
Yeah.
I should probably throw a brand out there. I'm terrible on Scotch brands.
You got a region. That's pretty good.
I get 2 regions.
Yeah.
Let's say it's either Campbellton or Isla Scotch, and let's say 110 proof. And I really, really enjoyed that again. Thank you again, Tom.
Yes, thank you so much. And as you were talking, I thought, I remember the new release of Frontera has a bit of cherry, almost like cherry pie filling, and this one didn't, so I'm obviously wrong.
It does have a touch of orange zest to it,
And
though.
Phil is obviously always right. It is a, lordy, Bunnahabhain?
I think that's accurate.
Really?
Yeah, Bunnahabhain.
All right, 12-year cask strength. It's the 2022 edition. It is an Isla Scotch, and it is, I'm going to do the math here, 113.2 proof. I'm not sure you could have gotten any closer.
And I said Bruichladdich, which is almost as fun to say as Bunnahabhain.
True.
Bunnahabhain, fun to say and fun to spell. Look on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Hopefully I spelled it right.
Love it.
What a fantastic sample this was. You say 12-year cask strength?
You are on fire, by the way, this season.
Maybe I drink too much whiskey.
It's totally possible, but yes, 12 years.
I do want to say, for the last few years, we've been drinking things from all over the country. The most exciting type of whiskey, in my opinion right now, is American single malt, but American single malt has been inspired by single malts from around the globe, and by bourbon, and by rye. So that's why I'm so excited about what's happening in the American whiskey industry right now. We've been drinking whiskey for several years now, and the whole point of 5 Sip Friday was to see how are our palates progressing? Are we learning anything? And I would say that you nailing this as a single malt right off the bat, and all of the other statistics that we just came up with, I think we did great. I think that our palates are coming along, and maybe it's time to retire 5 Sip Friday.
Maybe. We did just, I don't know when, but I know we went over the 100 episode mark, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, we graduated. Maybe we do 4 Sip Friday, or 3 Sip Thursday.
Friday.
Yeah, maybe 1 Sip Monday. We start off with breakfast, have a sip, and shut it down. What do you say?
From wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Do we do that backwards? I feel like you always start.
There are no rules on 5 Sip Friday, except for the fact that there's 5 sips.
And ostriches now. Not there. Oh, bummer.
They're back there somewhere.
Maybe that's our way to say hello.
That's an awesome way to say hi. I should probably start doing something similar. All this while we just came outside to have breakfast.